What is up, guys? Welcome back to my channel, and today I will be showing you how to walk from Union Station to CF Toronto Eaton Centre using the path system. That is right. So right now, I am currently at the Union Station concourse, as you can see. It is the concourse because Union Station is not only a train station, but it is also like there are shops. There are shops and food vendors. But the main focus of the video today is I'm going to show you how to walk to the Eaton Centre using the path system. So I'm going to begin. So you start off by walking through the TTC subway concourse. So you're going to walk right here. You're going to continue these doors. We are right now walking north. So we're going to walk north past these doors. We're going to walk this way. And we're going to walk through the TTC Union Station concourse. Basically, the Toronto path system is mostly underground. It is a set of like public walkways that runs underneath the financial district. It also runs underneath like different buildings. The path system do not look the same. So basically what that means is like the path system consists of like different parts though. So it is basically like a bunch of like office concourses mixed together and connected together. And that's what makes the Toronto path. So we're gonna walk through the subway concourse. So basically the path system is one of the largest like underground walkways that a city could have. Not every city has these underground set of walkways. So now we're gonna walk northbound, as you can see right here. The benefits of using the path system is that it helps you bypass traffic. Because when you walk on the streets though, it is pretty walkable. It is not far to get from Union to Eaton Centre using the streets, but sometimes you do have to bypass traffic congestion. And because of that though, waiting for traffic lights might take longer than expected. But if you walk using the path system though, there is no traffic to wait for. So I'm going to walk this way. The other benefit of walking the path system is because it's like you're protected by shelter. So no matter how the weather is, no matter if it's like a snowstorm, a thunderstorm, it is a hot and humid day, or if the weather tends to be like less walkable, at least there is a path system for a reason, you know? And the path system also helps you like bypass like especially when you're walking from one downtown building to the other, and it is served by the path system, then it helps you bypass bad weather. But only if the building that you're walking to, it is connected to the path system. Not every building in downtown is connected to the path. So I'm going to walk through here. I'm going to go up this escalator right here. And as you're walking through the path system, it is an interesting experience though, because every time you walk, the environment and the vibe changes. Because different building concourses have different floor tiles, different interior design. Some of them are significantly older. As you know, that downtown Toronto is comprised of a lot of old buildings. And what that means is some of the buildings, the architecture seems pretty retro. Like say for example, right now we're in the TD Tower. Above us is the TD Tower. But right now we are in the basement concourse of the TD Tower. You can see that they have these like old green tiles. It is retro looking, you know? And then other parts of the path system tend to look more modern. So I'm going to continue walking along this way. It is pretty relaxing, very good air conditioning down here. Throughout the whole path system is really good air conditioning. So I'm going to keep walking this way. As you can see that sometimes some parts of the pass system it does list the street names though. I'd say that if there's an exit though, it's going to tell you what street name that you're on. So it's also really cool to like look at, you know. See, some parts of the pass system you can exit directly right to the street. Like there's this side and then there's also another side to it, right? But today's focus, we're going to continue walking to the Eaton Centre. Look at this now. Now I'm at the different building concourse. This is so much brighter. This is bright and looks pretty modern. So as you get to this white building, this white part of the pass system, once you get to this part of the pass system where there's like white floor tiles and white and bright interior though, you're gonna have to like turn this way. It is suddenly so bright here. And then you're gonna turn this way. Then you're gonna walk past those escalators. You're gonna stay on this floor and you're gonna walk past those escalators. Now it's starting to be more of like a slightly darker color, you know. It is nice to see that along the path system, like there are you know, like the floor tiles keep on changing, right? The floor tiles keep changing color. The other thing that makes the path system good is that there's like different shops though, you know. So practically the path system is like a mall though, because there are different shops. So you're gonna turn this way. We're gonna turn this way and walk this way right here. Yeah, we're gonna walk past these stairs. So we're gonna walk up these like small steps. As you can tell that we're also underneath another office building. Like a lot of the path system is underground, especially the older parts. It is really nice to see that there are more stores here, stores that people can shop at. Wow, it makes the path system more of a mall than just a random set of hallways, you know? So I'm gonna keep walking this way. This is really just to show that walking from Union Station to the Eaton Centre really does not take that long if you're using the path. It is starting to feel a bit more modern on this part of the path system. As I mentioned earlier, that the path system is like a mix of like old and more modern buildings. Or perhaps maybe parts of it just got renovated. Like unless you come to the pass system frequent enough though, and you know it well though, like you would notice which parts got renovated. But the pass system is new to certain people. Like some people never heard of the pass system. I met people who live in Toronto for a long time and they have never heard of the pass system. Like people that have never, they don't even know that underground pathways exist. Underground public pathways. Like some people just live in Toronto for a long time and they don't know that the path exists. So this is why it's good to show that the path system does exist and the path system is convenient to use, you know? So I'm gonna head up these escalators. And we're getting closer to the Eaton Centre. And this part of the path I'm standing on, it used to be the former Hudson's Bay department store. But because the Hudson's Bay at Eaton Centre shut down though, this is why like, instead of seeing like, instead of seeing like aisles though, instead of seeing like what Hudson's Bay used to look like, we're seeing like walls of public art. Well, at least they still managed to make this part of the path system like attractive with public art, like look appealing, you know. There's a lot of public art on both sides. Really nice art, you know? And I'm gonna pass these rotating doors right here. And not rotating doors, there's a shortcut. You can also go this way. This is basically like one of the concourses of the subway station. But then when you walk past this subway station, like you're literally going to be at the Eaton Centre. So I'm gonna walk this way. So that was not that difficult to walk. Guess what? Guess what? Now you have arrived at the Eaton Centre. Look at the sign. You are now at the Eaton Centre. That is how easy it is to walk using the path system from Union Station to the Eaton Centre. And as you enter from the Eaton Centre's Queen Underground entrance, you also come across one of the food courts, also known as the Queen's Cross Food Hall, which is pretty much right here, the Queen's Cross Food Hall, fancy food court, as you can see. That is the food court. Look at the way the fonts move though, very retro, right? It is just very cool to like watch the animations happen here. So, that will be the end of the video. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed the guide on how to walk from Union Station to Eaton Centre using path. It is really not that difficult. Give it a try if you ever come downtown. Thank you guys for watching once again. Please subscribe to my channel.